Hello, welcome back. Oh, hi Mixini. Glad you could make it again. I'm just rummaging through my inventory here. And then we will immediately go see Morrigan, I think. The sound is kind of weird for me. Oh, hmm. Maybe there's just no music right now. What does this do? Oh, it's level 18. But then it will be pretty good. Okay. Cunning and dexterity. Huh, that sounds pretty good. Sarah, what do you have? Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta make some space here. Oops. What does Cassandra have? Superior focus gain. Oh, that's actually pretty good for her. And the rings, of course. Don't really need the staggering. Winter's Grasp. Vivi, what do you have? Immolate. Yeah, you're not using that anymore. And enhanced barrier, that's always good. 30%, yeah, that's pretty good. I read this up, by the way, and I'm not the only one who had problems with this amulet. Apparently, in some cases it is bugged and it generates more threat instead of less. Not always, though, which is always nice. I love it when bugs are inconsistent. I don't really need the life ward amulet. Stamina, it's just 10. Ooh, this is really good. This is really good. Do I want this for Vivi or for myself? I still have the cooldown amulet, I think. 15% cooldown modifier though. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I also think that Sutherland's company should be ready. That's pretty quick. I think I can do the detour. I mean, wouldn't that be a surprise if I just went for the quest, right? I'm also kind of curious what weird glitches we will experience this time. Or at least the sound seems to be working now. That's good. Okay, what do we have here? Sutherland. Right. You have your soldier. I mean, at least it's not game-breaking glitches like in, say, Skyrim, for example. Skyrim is so bad with bugs and glitches. Oh my god. I think I can use some leather actually. Sure.
Inquisitor.
Some cloth.
Let's see what we have.
Liliana and the black market.
Any news on why Corypheus is sending people to explore elven ruins of all things? No, I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
Do we know Corypheus's inner circle? Does he talk to people outside of shouting commands? Kind of hard to
Inquisitor?
imagine. Corypheus's inner circle. That's something to think about. Can you imagine Samson and Corypheus sitting at a table going over reports together? Okay, I'm saving before I go find Sutherland, because last time I did this quest it was bugged and the darkspawn that kept attacking the crew were invincible. Everybody loves invincible darkspawn, right? Not this one, no. Uh-oh. Oh, and I don't have this. Okay. Ah, that's great. That's great. A secretary and an office administrator. Both of who are the archdemon, right? Now that's a picture. Corypheus, Samson and the archdemon sitting at a table going over reports together. Mixini, I think it's mostly going to be just the two of us today. I got a couple of messages saying that the usual suspects are all at work.
Reldon has faced enough darkspawn for a lifetime. 10 years passed, and you can still see how the blight haunts this country and its people.
Work is actually the reason why I'm streaming today, because I have the early shift next week, which is fantastic because it means that I have to go to bed at like 9 p.m. on Sunday. I think I'm going the wrong way here. No, you can do it. You can do it. You're the Inquisitor. Ah. Okay.
There must be something here.
I might actually have to upload a streaming schedule as soon as I have my shifts for next month.
It's the Inquisitor. I told you. She's a That's the law. We won.
Ha.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! You beautiful ass!
Ha! Good one. I knew you'd come. Rat's a good runner. We saved a caravan but lost the fight. Saw your flag and were hoping we were good for a ransom. Once they learned we were nobody, we were as good as dead. But here you are.
Of course. Nobody, you're my people.
Of course I'm here. You're an adventuring company of the Inquisition.
Aw.
You hear that? Did everyone hear that?
We heard it, you fool.
Inquisitor, we'll return to the hold, and we'll be back out in no time. Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely worth the detour. Hey, Varand. I assume you're going to work soon? Let's teleport out of here. Because last time I stayed around and the company got attacked and killed. Well, not last time, because last time the darkspawn were invincible, but the time before that. Yeah, as I was saying a couple of minutes ago, I will have to actually start uploading streaming schedules because I'm starting a new job on Monday, nothing too exciting, but my shifts are going to change quite frequently. And I don't think it makes sense to announce every single stream, like surprise, I'm streaming today, or surprise, I'm not streaming today. That's just annoying. Ooh, wait, he's back, right?
Of course.
Inquisitor.
Where am I going? Over here? No? He's not back yet? Hmm. I'm not an attorney, no. I did study law at some point, but I do not work as a lawyer. That's not an entirely wrong assumption, Varant. Don't worry about it. There was a long phase in my life when I thought I was going to work as an attorney, but that didn't work out for a couple of reasons. And now I'm doing something else. That's okay. No need to worry about it. What am I doing here? I wanted to see the quests. Journal. Okay, where could Sutherland's quest line be? Crestwood. Storm Coast, may? No. Let's see, completed quests. Ah, that's so annoying. I hope that Sutherland is okay. Because that would suck if he now died. And I have no idea where that quest is tracked. Storm Coast again? No, because it's not a Storm Coast specific quest. Well, let's just assume.
Inquisitor.
Okay. Let's just assume we did that correctly. Oh no. Yeah, that happens, because I looked up the quests and then the game realizes that I finished some quests. My inventory is still pretty full, right? $50 items. Nah. Nah. Inventory management. Still not as bad as in Skyrim and Fallout. But also really annoying. Nothing's worse than going into a new quest and realizing that your inventory is almost full. Okay, and about the items, I couldn't decide upon. Let's just store them here. Great! It's not actually... Oh, it is, actually. Deposit these. Let's actually keep the cooldown amulet just in case. I mean, while we're here, we can also talk to Dagna. What do you have to say?
You were there. I have to know what it was like. The
Oh,
colors,
right.
the smells, the magic.
The
I'm sorry, it's
Fade.
just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
You seemed excited that I fell into the Fade at Adamant.
Excited? Spring gets me excited. This is a wonder. It's probably hard to relate, but dwarves don't dream. So I can't even guess what it's like. I can't even understand what dreams are. But you were there. And came back. Can I take a sample?
A sample?
Oh, that sounded sinister. I meant, can I cut a little piece off of you and do things to it? That didn't sound better, did it?
She's so cute. I really appreciate that they brought her back.
You'll have a full report of everything I saw. Will that do?
It's a start. I'm sorry, it's just... This is exciting. It all is. Your people cleaned you up after your fall. I wonder if anything is left. So much to think about.
I always get excited when I see her in Origins. Okay, let's start some new operations here. And then I think we're ready. Knockskin and canine leather, that's okay. Okay, Doc, now where's your quest? A company of heroes. Oh. Okay, well, at least they're alive. Doc, now where are you? A report in Canis Darkness hand. An official request made officially. The Inquisitor has suffered exposure to the tears of the veil and the energy of fate. To properly help her endure these forces, I need to understand them. I need samples. I need remnants. I need to see. If it pleases, I request the resources for a grand experiment to peer through the veil, or as far as I can. It's an expensive investment, I know, but it's necessary and it's only fair. I need to see. I wrote that twice. It's important to me. Canis Darkness, sketched below flowers and fire. She's such a good match with Sera. I'm almost sad that I'm romancing Sera because I like her so much with Dagna. Almost. What does Cullen have to say? Oh, he's not actually against it. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Let's send Liliana's agents anyway. Company of heroes.
All right.
I expect our diplomats to jog to at least make it seem like work. That's really funny. And off we go to the Winter Palace. And those ugly, ugly uniforms. Yay. Of course they're friends. Wicked eyes and wicked hearts, an assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Olay into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Hallam Shiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke de Gaspar, under the guise of Grand Ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place in time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Olay if we hurry. Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus.
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there.
Oh no.
During the festivities,
Social
Celine
events,
will be
oh
meeting for
no.
peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Yeah, let's just send a warning so I can stay here in my pajamas.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Olay falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Can't
What do
skip
we know
that.
about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine up, she became... He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court.
Yeah, we're not
Even
using
if a lie,
that.
Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we can...
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it
Soldiers.
must be a few at a time
Okay.
to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the...
Shut up, Cullen. Ah, yeah, Gaspar, Celine, and Briala. I kind of dislike all three of them. Yeah. There's no other way of saying it. I can't really stand any of them. But just out of principle, I'm trying to get Celine and Briala back together. We read that, right? Yes. Yeah, Briala's worst offense is that she manipulates the elves. But I mean, can you really blame her? I don't know. I do think she should put more money where her mouth is when it comes to elven rebellion, because she doesn't really look out for her people as much as she claims. So, yeah, everyone involved is just really selfish. And Gaspar's he's the typical military type. I don't think...
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs
Okay.
by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Adar, it is my great pleasure to meet you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And who's that?
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my
So
lady.
Briala. obviously.
I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I wish he would stop kissing my ass. I really wish he would stop.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart.
No, I'm really not.
As a friend,
Really
perhaps
not.
there's a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors
If you really want to fuck up a country, you put a military leader in charge of the government.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
That ambassador, Briala, used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason.
Yeah.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An ox? Impossible.
That's not the Inquisitor. It's just somebody's pet.
Oh no, court approval. And it went down already because I'm Qunari. Legions consider Qunari little better than ogres. You will have to work extremely hard to win them over. Okay. You lost your ring, right? Let me help you.
Oh, wait there! Whatever your name is, have you seen a ring?
Why is she shouting?
It is very important, and I need it back. It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
It's over there. You dropped it over here.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
You just gained court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is, the better. This is actually my nightmare. Being dependent on other people's opinions. Oh my god.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it! You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Oh well, I don't think there's anything else going on here.
I can hardly believe he has done.
Yeah, I'm saving all my Hala statues. Or as many as I can at least. For that safe with the locket. Lady Pendergast, by the way, is wearing whatever she wants. Or what the Inquisition makes her. Okay, there's one right. Yep, Liliana has that effect on people.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Guess that we will win us all.
This is a normal door. Okay. Hello.
Foreigners.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the storage key.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
I actually think the rat suits our Inquisitor here quite well. It's definitely worse with some other characters I played. And worried about Liliana's hairstyle. Yeah, they tried to keep the hairstyle from Origins, but it just doesn't work. I think it would have worked better if they had made her hair a little longer. Okay. The Great Blackmail Hunt. Now that you mention it, I think I've seen the mod too.
Elves, always shirking their duties.
Right, right. Always these elves. Let's make a save right here. Probably going to save a couple of times in case I mess up, because this is quite easy to mess up if you want a specific result.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death.
We had
It
months
is no
to
simple
discuss
matter of
this.
etiquette and
Months.
protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
The hair colors generally are weird. That's right, Mixini. It especially bothers me that you can't make your character's hair black properly. It always looks gray. It's really weird, and all the brown types look like poop. Yeah, let's not worry, Josephine.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. Especially Sera. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine.
Why are we discussing this last minute?
Trust they watch over us all.
Josephine! We had time to prepare. What the hell? Nothing here. This place, though. I mean, I get lost in pretty much every area, right? But this is really bad because you're always on the lookout for some specific items that you need. So you're always kind of traveling back and forth.
Surely not.
Surely yes. Hey, Cassandra.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
I agree. There's quite a few people who say that Liliana would probably have worn a dress to the ball here. I kind of disagree. I think the uniform is quite appropriate for her. Though the red, of course, doesn't do her any favors, because she's also ginger.
Good to know.
Can Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
Interesting. Just gossip.
Morrigan's dress in this game is kind of creepy, actually. Because... okay.
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
Yes, sorry. Because of the one banter in Origins, where Liliana and Morrigan talk about attire. Okay, let's go.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Adar. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
That's me.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Did they consider that whispering?
Seeker,
I'm just gonna wait here.
Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed. Hero of Orlais. Right hand of the divine.
I love this so much.
Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition. Former Knight Commander of Kirkwall.
Boo!
Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was
Right.
not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
You can tell by the lesbian haircut who's evil. They always do that every single time. An assassin is here, right?
I am delighted to
Right.
be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Yvette!
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
I love her! I love her! I love Yvette.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas.
That's
can there?
true.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies. Will you stop?
Orgies?
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
I would so love to go to Antiva. Yeah.
Of course, every word. Especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it.
If you're romancing Josephine, she mentions that there are rumors that we're going to elope. Is that the word? Elope? When you secretly marry and run away?
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette.
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette! Absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Thank you, Baron. I would have loved to hear more about Josephine, and also, I do think she plays with her dolls still. I mean, why not, right?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of them. The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
And why exactly couldn't she talk about the gallery? What's so bad about that?
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bits.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Not a big fan of Josephine's bashing artists here. Or not just Josephine, but the narrative kind of makes it seem like artists are lazy and bourgeois. Not a fan of that narrative.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
I think I triggered that twice, sorry. I didn't listen the first time.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end badly.
Mages. Hey, Sera.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. Such a pity the wing is sealed.
Yeah, such a pity indeed.
Crotchruck beats his squire. He's a she. As a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Super fun. Lots of gossip, it seems.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
She has her priorities right. Also funny, she's been here like 5 minutes and has already figured everything out.
Think I can get you to dance with me later?
Me on their precious tiles? That's a good one. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Aw.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
And I did get any more approval. I think I'm maxed out already. Yeah, Legion Theater. I'm saving again. Let's see who else is here.
The band is still waiting for their refreshments.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Hey!
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais.
How deep of
Who you are
you.
as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves unmasked.
What a lot of horse shit, right?
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Like, if you have to become someone else entirely to be able to exist, that's not a good sign. That's really not a good sign. Also the implication is there that they feel the need to shirk their persona at the end of the day. That's also not a very good sign.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Thank you, Baron, and so nice of you to stop by. I know you're always busy.
Anything happening I should know?
Keep an eye out for Celine's pet apostate. I've no doubt she's involved in this.
Pet apostate? I'm going to tell Morrigan. Pet apostate.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Okay.
Did you just grab my bottle? Renovate the palace without war going on.
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
And here we have Cullen surrounded by men and women. Can't really understand why he's... I mean, he's an asshole, which you can't see, but he's also an addict. Which everybody knows, because Templars. Right, Mixini, that wasn't sarcasm, right? Cullen, best character of best characters. So pretty and so charming. Ah, I'll stop now. What else is going on here? Balcony.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Are you happy to see me at all?
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
Good. I was hoping it would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court.
Come on, Liliana.
I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
Come on, she's your best friend, remember?
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
With Liliana's haircut, you can really see how much difficulty the team has to animate hair in the Frostbite engine. Because her haircut specifically looks like a helmet. Magical mind control. Unlikely.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Yeah, overall, this quest is really fun, but it's also a lot of stress finding all the statues you need.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Big mood, Cassandra.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
Cassandra.
You support the Civil War?
No.
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
And she says she doesn't like the game. Oh man. She's so lucky that she's the most handsome person here.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
We can agree on that. Okay, I don't think anything new has opened up over here. No, I definitely need to unlock these from the other side. Oop. I can't go there without the key.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
I apologize.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Interesting. Good to know.
Okay, that was actually new information apparently.
Wasting his time. Nothing he does.
Interesting.
Okay. Again, really?
I had no idea. Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Maybe you should have told him to become a chef. How about that?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Okay, and there was this other guy. There you are.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
What a jerk.
Awfully selfish of this filly, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
And blood on the floor, but nobody cares. Right, the garden.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How many fanfics about these three are there? What do you think?
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
No.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
I don't? That's interesting.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Brianna we have a situation.
Inquisitor Adar, how delightful. I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes. This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Search the guest wing. Okay. Why did you say that just now?
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Okay.
Well, well. What's this?
Harlem investigation clues. Clara kitchen staff, Vernon undergardener, all in the servants' wing. Briala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong. Let's not jump through the window. I think that might be a bad idea. Can I go over there though? I can't.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
I don't like that, Grand Duke. Nobody should own any hunting dogs as he does.
What's over here?
Interesting.
We'll see about that.
Good to know.
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yes.
Come on, I saw that. Nah, this place always makes me nervous.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
That's the one door? Oh, what's over here? Oh, it's a statue over there. Okay. Yeah, Josephine, I'm going to behave just fine. Bye guys, nobody sees me. Exploring the off-limit spaces of the palace can yield rewards, but take care not to be gone too long. When you're absent from the party, people will notice, and your card approval will drop. I hate this. I hate it so much. And also, why do they notice that I'm not there, but they don't notice that I just climbed up the wall? Okay, I have to go both of these doors. But let's see if something else is here.
Interesting.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Okay. And now that we have heard that conversation, we can go down and talk to them. I'm not too worried about court approval, to be honest. But I am worried about not getting enough Hala statues.
This is a private conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
Agent acquired. We don't really need him, but it's always nice to have extra support. I think I have to open this, but I also think I don't have enough statues yet. And it's such a waste. I hate putting Hala statues anywhere. Anywhere that's not Celine's save. Investigation, okay. I don't think I normally explore this place. Not sure where I am right now. There was something going on here. Come on. Scandalous password. Oh, alright. Been here right? No. Secret research. Something here? Nope. Hallam Shiral investigation clues Lady M. I need you at my side tonight. The unpleasantness in the royal wing has convinced me there is no safety within the palace. I do not expect my cousin to employ magic, but I would hardly be surprised if he provoked another infestation. Since my court enchanter is not here to assist me, I must rely entirely upon you. There's no one else I can trust, Celine. So we know that... Yeah, Lady M. Lady M is here. We'll take that in a second. Okay, nothing else is here. I always forget which order. You? And the court approval is ticking down. That's okay. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Investigation clue. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know the weapon at Briala's disposal could not only turn the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to LA than anything else. If you and I work together, we can wrest control away from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible, Gaspar. Right. Dead guys and Gaspar's ladder.
That's the bell.
Uh-oh.
I should get back to the ballroom.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not. Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does will ever
Well,
here she comes.
Well, what have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
Hey, Claudia Black. Hey. Morrigan.
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
It's like she, the Inquisitor, I mean, she mirrors the player's expression, right? Because all of us are so happy to see Morrigan, so they just put on a happy face on the Inquisitor. Oh, Morrigan broke my heart so badly in Origins, oh my god. I'm really happy that she's back, even though she doesn't have a very important role here.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. It would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, because again, this isn't Skyrim.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
I have no opinion on that, Mixini, because I'm not a fan of any of what all these people are wearing. And dresses in general are kind of ugh. Hate them.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Here we go.
This could be worth checking out.
Well, I hope so, because again, we're losing approval here. Thank you, tutorial. Thank you. Oop.
Riddle of this crap. What fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook? They always kill the servants first, my dear. Otherwise they could run and warn someone.
Oh sure, reasonable, innit? Friggin' garbage.
Kind of feel like they could have kept everyone's armor on. Cunning. Nah, let's go with willpower.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
No, that is super annoying. We're going to do a little parkour again. Okay, you come over here. And you stay. Come on. Pretty sure you get... Yep. No! Damn it. I think this is the only spot where you can actually get up. Don't want to read. Okay, how do I do this? Do I jump? This is so annoying. Yeah, thank you, dear camera. Ah, this is so bad. Okay. Jesus. I came from there? No. Diary of a Nosy Servant. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of chevaliers, the 5th under gardener, and one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. Okay, that's where I come from.
We should search the area.
I heard someone.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! I hate it when I cannot save NPCs.
Venatori agents! The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Come on, let me through. Okay, is there anywhere else I need to go? Hey Shadow, hi. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Ah, this is so stressful, I hate it. Gold! Okay, I did the detour for gold. That's nice. Pretty strong. I don't understand why they're so strong. Come on. Okay, and now I probably lost orientation again. Go out of my way. Oh, I've been here. Damn. Come on. This is not it. No. Yes, very important that I pick up that coin. This is not a new area, right? No, it's not. Really? Okay, I have 4 statues and I need 5. I think one is up where we'll confront the Harlequin. We've definitely been here. Right, that's the... No, it's not. Yes, it is. You can't really go the other places right now. Come on. Yep, and the vault is here. Alright. Got it.
An elven locket? Stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
That's what I wanted. I hate that this one item is so essential to get the result you want. But now I don't really have to care about Hala statues any longer. Because the others aren't essential. But just in case there was another Hallestatt there. Hey, Briala.
Fancy meeting you here.
No shoes in the Winter Palace. Sure.
You must be Inquisitor Adar. I thought you'd be more impressive. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
Hello.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
I'm not sure it's actually Gaspard.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
I could piss off Sera, that's for sure.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought. More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
No.
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
I'd be constantly worried that I ruin my clothes. Let's not go the long way. Yeah, no. Just follow Briala here.
Hold the area.
Very good. And who's going to clean this up, huh?
Thank you, Inquisitor.
You're welcome. Okay, that actually went pretty okay. And we're late. No, without. Oh, let's listen to that.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
No,
Keep
gross.
talking. I am starting to...
Gross.
Inquisitor Adar. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Two women dancing? Outrageous.
Very well.
Yeah.
Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. The Tal Vashoth are hardly known for political maneuvering. Just what interest do you have in our little war?
I assure you the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's
Mixini.
negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
I only trust the Inquisition. It's every woman for herself here in the Imperial Court. Or so I've heard.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
Must be such a pain to animate a
You'll be the talk of the
such a
court for
scene.
months. We should take you dancing more often.
No dances for Corypheus.
I'd happily do more dancing, just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
No.
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
Not
I
me.
hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Not exactly.
Morrigan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori, and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become Emperor.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
No. Now we're talking.
I won't stand by and let her die.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
Liliana, we're not doing... We've been through this. Right? Every single conversation with you was me telling you not to murder people. Right, Mixini? Yeah, let's let other people kill the Empress while I stand by and watch a military leader become the next emperor. Why not? I'm curious.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais?
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
That's
because
true.
she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I mean, you have to take into account that this is not exactly Liliana's sanest moment, right? Because she's still upset about Justinia and, well, the last 10 years, I'd say. I want to support Briala, but we all know that Liliana will suggest helping Gaspard.
How should I support Briala? I assume she can't be Empress.
She can't. She can, however, be the power behind the throne, with Gaspard.
True. She could never control Celine, not with their history.
So Celine dies and Gaspard takes the throne. Briala would need a way to control him, some kind of leverage.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
I'm already angry that we had to listen to Cullen. There was no way for me to skip that conversation.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now than there were before? You're seeing things.
Okay, let's talk to the people.
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Okay, nothing new here.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, a lady Inquisitor.
Haha.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Sure.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the chateau to see the girls. They will be overjoyed.
Oh, I've missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11. And already up to my elbow. Oh, how they grow.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent. Now I must dance with the Dowager. It was lovely to see you, my dear.
They probably hate each other.
Look at Lady Cambion's slippers. Trimmed with pearls.
Oh no.
And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambian's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambian acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Yeah, sure. They just had to make her shoe thing a feature, right? Because it didn't make sense in Origins, so they had to cram it into Inquisition.
Do you really think Briala should be given influence?
Selene has been in power long enough to expect support. If we secure her throne, she will be grateful. But such gratitude will pale beside that of one we raise up from nothing. Who is lower than the elf? If we place Briala in power, with Gaspard as her mask, her debt to us will be great indeed. And Gaspard will have the throne he has wanted. With conditions, of course. I suspect he will still find it gratifying.
Yeah, well, she does have a point here, but I think I'm a lot happier with Selene and Briala ruling together. You seem different here. Well, that's a given. She's wearing her mask currently.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
Liliana's voice actress was actually nominated for an award for this game specifically.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
I'm not sure if she won, but she definitely deserves it. She's so good. Okay, I have to find Briala.
Is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Inquisitor Adar. The stories claimed you were barely capable of speech. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something to her.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
Yeah, and here you can feed her information about Gaspard if you want to do that route.
I want to know more about the peace talks. What are you hoping to gain from tonight's negotiations?
A voice. Simple enough, isn't it? My people have none. We've lived for centuries amid the lowest ranks of society. No one hears us. No one sees us. If the elves of Halam Shiral were elevated, if we had an elven noble at court, we'd have recognition. A voice.
It does sound reasonable. I do wish she would be honest about her intentions.
How will you persuade the Empress to elevate an elf to nobility?
It is already in place. Selene knows she needs us to tip the balance of the civil war in her favor. All we have to do is wait. She'll exhaust her other options and come to us for help. Then we'll name our price.
My headcanon is that the Inquisition holds her accountable after the events here.
Everyone should have representation in their government.
A start. That's all this is. Something humans can't ignore, and something elves can aspire to. But that's the future. We need to focus on the task at hand.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor. Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear. That is very
Yeah, we opened the vault.
Her Majesty.
Because that's not illegal.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
I would never admit to that. Never.
I found an elven locket sealed in the palace vault. You must have considered it quite valuable.
It was sentimental. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
Didn't she also lock her up? Wasn't that something that happened?
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Briala.
Ah,
Perhaps
politics.
I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
I'm keeping it and I'm giving it to you later. Though that's not part of the official game.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Do you enjoy guessing? With us.
Everyone enjoys losing.
My third husband, Pierre, lost his life to
Find material on the royal wing. Okay. That's not the way, actually. Or is it? Listen to that. The other door's locked, right? Or do I have a key now? Oh. Hello. Come on.
Just gossip.
Okay. And of course I unequipped everything again. Ah, that's so annoying. Poison spider. Yeah, but the others are still equipped, so that's okay.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
She sounds really annoyed right now. Oh, that's just the door.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anyone?
I don't have enough Hala statues for that. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I'm opening that in a second. This scene is really hilarious. If you get the chance, open this door. Well, that's one way to fight the fight, right?
Thank you. Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Yeah, well, she can't be seen with the servants because the human nobles will definitely raise a fuss. And she'd lose her position. So that's not really her fault.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florian?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Briala's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Briala, if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a favored servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
You know, that's something about Celine that you can't really argue away. Purging an alienage. Even though she already admitted that she should have done better by Briala. Because you can't really, how does that you can't really blame Briala for this one. Because she never had the power to stop something like that from happening.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
I know that sound.
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Well, I did say I don't like any of the three, Briala, Celine, and Gaspard.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
Alright.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The wild, of course.
Right.
I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Yeah, of course that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because evil guys always keep their promises, right?
At this point, I think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned. And now I suppose you never will.
Oh, that's his inner circle
In their
then.
darkest dreams, no one imagines I
Florian
would assassinate
Samson, the
Celine myself.
archdemon.
All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years.
Nah, I'll
Kill
be
her.
there.
Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the master.
That was badass. Ah, wrong enemy. Come on, let's get rid of this one. Oh. Okay.
Andraste's tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace?
Didn't you
I knew
listen?
Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
He's definitely Ferelden.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking, punsy cheesemongers.
It's such a flashback to Origins, though, because they really talk like that. Come work for me.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
That's almost like coming home. Okay. What's... No, I saw another door I could open. There you go. Whoop. No, thank you. And I keep missing. Well, it's a lot better since I got rid of grappling chain. Quite happy with that decision. Hey, Resta. Hey. Okay. Where do I have to go? Alright.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Showdown.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
First time around, I actually chose this decision. And then you get a Battle of Florian. That's something. Especially when you're completely underleveled and have no clue what you're doing. I'm talking to her.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
Yeah.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor?
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying, all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary.
You can hear that everybody is upset.
Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out.
What does Solus have to do with this, though? Why does he approve?
Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Yeah, when
Your
you kill
sister
her,
attempted
the judgment
regicide in
is
front of
really
the
funny,
entire
though.
court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course. Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually you'll convince somebody.
There were also the threats Gaspard made to the Council of Heralds to bully them into giving him the crown.
Gaspard is a bully. Is that the worst you can say of me?
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
This whole conversation is a bit of a mess.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
I can scarcely believe you did all this for me.
Celine.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future. You have done so much, for my people and for us.
We won't forget this.
I think Cassandra just approved because it's over, and she can soon go home.
What will the two of you do now?
There will be some changes to the court.
Not just the court. Come, stand with us, Inquisitor. We must give the good news to the nobility.
Yeah, but one of them is executed anyways, right?
Lords and ladies of the court, this is a night for celebration. Those who sought to poison our empire with treason have been brought to justice. It is a new age for Orlais. We shall build a world in which all men and women live in harmony. Let the cornerstone of change be laid. I introduce the newest member of our court, Marquise Briala of the Dales.
This is not just a victory in Halam Shiral, or within the Empire, or even for elves alone. This is a triumph for everyone! Over 1,000 years ago in the Valerian fields, elves and humans together defeated the Imperium. We can do so much more now. We are greater than our ancestors ever dreamed. Together, we will start by saving our world from the enemy who took the divine and tore the sky apart.
It will take all of us to defeat the enemy threatening our world.
We are already tracking these Tevinter agents. Soon they'll have no place to hide.
But that is tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate our newfound fellowship. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I hate small talk. And also...
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest.
Well, that's familiar,
Celine knows
right?
you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I like the way she walks. Looks hilarious. Hey, Sera. Hi.
Hey, you! They brought out the booze and now Delancet is chucking guts into Lord Sumget's helmet. You're missing the fun part. What's wrong?
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad about Gaspard.
I was just thinking about the Grand Duke and the cost of the games we play.
Oh, don't be sad. I mean, it is sad, but it's not your fault. He was really bad at this. You know what he'd want? You and me to go back in there and embarrass the piss out of everyone.
I definitely want to do that, but also...
Sera, dance with me.
I don't... You be careful, or I will absolutely stomp your pinky.
Is that innuendo?
No, it's up the front.
That's one of my favorite scenes. And also, wow, Morrigan is back. I'm so happy. It's too bad that she's not in the party, that she's not a party member. Not a real one anyways.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
No.
I've just returned from the Winter Palace. It will have to wait.
I know you must be weary, Inquisitor. Ending the civil war is no small accomplishment, but you alone can help us. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
And 2 very important souls. I would be so annoyed, though, to be approached like that after a big social event like the Winter Palace. I imagine my Inquisitor just stripping off a uniform on the way back home and putting on her pajamas, even before getting back to Skyhold, and then this lady is waiting there like, hey, I got another important thing to discuss with you, and the Inquisitor is like, no, leave me alone.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow, as no candidate
Hey,
from the
Felissa.
clergy has been
Hey. Uh...
I don't understand. What is it you're asking of them?
We need them to serve as candidates for the role of divine. Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us.
Yeah, like sleep for an entire week.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Halam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Stamina restored, and then the next one is sneak attack. Let's do it.
Your worship?
Okay. Exclamation points?
Hey. What's been going on?
They've done a lot with this place. I'm impressed.
Alright.
I have to go.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've had enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
I like that everybody is so in favor of Cassandra becoming divine, and then there's Liliana like, I'm not a noble, I used to be a bard and a spy and a criminal, and also I don't actually know the chant and I don't care about learning it properly, and I support elves and magic. Hire me.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Liliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam-Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Yeah, I definitely do hope that we will get Liliana as divine. I'm not sure about the mechanics. I tried to look them up, but it seems to be kind of random. Luckily I never got Vivienne. Yeah, but that's all that I can say to that. I tried to follow some guides that I found on Google, but they never seem to match.
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Liliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Yeah, why am I not a candidate? Because you don't want to be a candidate, let's be true here. Let's be honest here. Yeah, refuse if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
Whoops.
I'm not surprised a non-believer would say that. I wonder if the legions of faithful throughout Thedas would agree with you. Did you know Varric is unrest yet?
Yeah, maybe I'm a non-believer because
blasphemes with every
the
second
Chantry
breath,
keeps
but
failing.
deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Yeah, and if you want to support Cassandra on the war table, you have to have this one perk, and you have to choose this conversation option here.
Your determination is admirable.
I do nothing that is not worth doing with all my heart.
It's your most attractive trait.
Aww, we made her smile. Let's wipe that smile off her face, shall we? Nah, let's not.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Fair enough.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Okay, I'm saving Sera for last, but let's talk to Cole. Come on.
harm their own, and fall. There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
What kind of instrument is that with such a thick neck and such a small corpus? That's really weird.
Inquisitor.
Come on, come on.
We'll make good use of it. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Yeah, well, that's always the case.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Oh my god, Cole.
I'll talk to you later.
If you like.
Goodbye. Are you here now? No.
Yeah. That's why. Thank you.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
No, I think we've been through that.
Common reaction? Go ahead.
Never mind.
Carry on.
Let's say hello to Morrigan. And there she stands. Like she never left. Like she didn't tell the warden that we're never going to see her again.
"'Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased."
And she's also got her outfit back. Yay! I always modded her outfit in Origins because I'm so afraid she'll get a kidney infection.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
We were lucky to have found it when we did.
Fate is often mistaken for luck, as Mother is fond of saying. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may. I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
Morrigan, you out of all people know how important the Wardens are.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. Leliana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
We have to defeat him first. Then I'll worry about what's next.
Should that happen, the world will lie at your feet, more or less. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
Or they can try. I'm tall. I'm taller than all of them.
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carries is what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
Oh, we already know that it's the source of the anchor.
I could use your company for my excursions outside Skyhold.
I have spent my share of time wandering the wilderness in the company of others, Inquisitor. Thank you for the invitation, but for now I will restrict my efforts to researching the arcane.
Not a fan of that, Morrigan.
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance of an archdemon. Of that, I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god. Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun? His dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Is it even possible that Corypheus could succeed?
The Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world. This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
No, never.
Tell Corypheus that, and see if he believes you.
I don't necessarily believe in the so-called Black City anyways, and it doesn't sound like a good place to be honest.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Qunari wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
Well, that's one way to summarize origins. Jeez.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Qunari wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated. We did not part on good terms. I regret a great deal, but that... most of all. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
I never actually played through the ending where you sent Morrigan away at the end by denying her request. So I don't actually know if the Witch Hunt DLC has any influence on this dialogue right here. Because all the dialogues I got in Witch Hunt were based on her having the child.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no chantry mage could. Thus we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
Oh, by the way, Mixina, I don't know if you know this, but originally it was planned for Dragon Age Origins that you could have a lesbian magic baby with Morrigan if you were a mage. And then they cut it. How great is that?
Until next time, then.
And instead now you have to convince Alistair or Loghain. Sometimes I wish I didn't know about what kind of content they cut from the games. But sharing is caring, right? I always mod that scene too.
Inquisitor.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Out of your element, Floriane. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
And she's still wearing the
Despite
mask.
her posture, Lady Floriane has
It's
acknowledged
glued to her
your
face.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
Just has outfit bad shoes.
Like most nobility, she's never walked in the shoes of those she endangered. Lady Floriane, I give you a chance. Common work, farm work, do some good.
Sentenced to walk with animals? How droll.
Not animals, people. But anyways. I never want to execute people because I want them to see how I succeed. Let's see if Dagna has something to say.
Oh, how are you?
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help.
Yes! Finally!
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
First time around I accidentally gave her the fake heart. That was not good. Not good. Vivian's alchemy notes.
I
Yeah.
can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
And now we're supposed to wonder how old Vivian is. I don't think I ever went this way before. Okay. Let's go talk to Liliana and Josephine. No creature research items to remove. That's weird.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Nothing new here. Of course she's praying.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
You're the last resort. That's something you say to people.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
I really like to see Liliana succeed, just because of everything you know about her at this point. Starting with Liliana's song, if you consider that pre-Origins, if you play that pre-Origins, I should say, because canonically, of course, it is before Origins. Whatever.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Oh.
That's a shock. You're right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Yes, of course, starting with the childhood, but that's not something that we've actually seen on screen. So now when you picture Divine Liliana, you still have that picture in your head, or at least I do, back from when she was with Marjolaine.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Inquisitor.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was at Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over this.
Oh my god.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport.
I hate the Orlesians so much. Ah. Yeah, I did talk to Varric. And now, saving the best for last, of course.
Inquisitor!
And they're playing the right song too.
Thank you.
Sera was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and they're joyful, but she knew.
One for the Empress. For Gaspard. Briala. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. Concessions, or we unleash the earwigs. Pinchy butts. Oh, that was stupid. Want to go roll around until I feel better?
Oh, I love her laughter. I love it. Yes, I do, but also...
That was quick even for you. What's going on?
What? Can't do anything else until we shove an arrow up Corypheus. Figured I'd keep you close.
It's just a really sudden shift. Why?
Because the real lesson out of this is never sleep with someone powerful and then end up like Briala. It's real easy to get from power to stupid. You have the first part covered. I'm watching out for the second. So, you know, try not to be an idiot.
It did say kiss in the subtitles there, but they didn't kiss. I mean, not on screen anyways. Oh, that's weird. And also, let's check her diary. You actually get approval if you pick that other dialogue option. I didn't because it's already maxed out. And there it is, music sheets, the song from that night in Halam. I danced, she danced, we danced. And then a sketch of Sera and Ashtalan twirling on the dance floor. Like these little additions.
Well, let me know if you find one.
Alright, but I feel like I was at that social event. That kind of drained my energy, all the stress from the intrigues. Anyways, I'm ending the stream here. I'll definitely be back next week. Not sure about the exact times though, because like I said, I'm starting in a job on Monday and I still have to get my schedule. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know. It's a long mission, that's true, but it's also a fun mission. I like about it that it focuses on the characters and not as much on the combat. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back with some personal quests, Vivian and Liliana, definitely, and probably go into the hissing wastes.
Grand, isn't it? To know the sanctity of our great institutions is intact.
Say what now?
The Empress. She holds the throne, as she should, and buoyed with that glory go my petitions.
Right, your seventh cousin.
Third, my glory is assured.
Nice knowing you. Sort of.
Nice knowing you, sort of. Alright. Yeah, I hope so too, Mixini. It's always nice to have you here. Anyway, again, thank you so much for joining the conversation, for watching the streams. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the Halam Shiral shenanigans, please leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. And I'll see you next week. Bye.